Well, hello, everybody. Look at your beautiful smiles. James, you look at your smile. Tina, you're smiling. Hope, look at you. You're just all so, it's such a joy to be with you. Thank you, Dr. Breakthrough, for hosting this, for having this. All right. Get your pieces of paper out, like Kelly said. So this is my intention. I have 16 minutes. All right. I want to share with you how you can have it all. You're going to figure out what your purpose on the planet is. You're going to figure out how to be the most disciplined, productive, motivated, confident, joy-filled person that you know in 16 minutes. Ready? Okay. So, like Kelly said, I'm the founder of The Higher Life, and The Higher Life is based on this idea that there is a roadmap to the high performance life. And the high performance life is the higher life, is the life where research shows you're at the top, you're kind of at the top of whatever you do in your life. You stay there for long periods of time, like decades. It's kind of like the Oprah model. She didn't crash and burn, right? That's interesting. How do you stay at the top for 20, 30, 40 years? When we study high performers, they have joy. So they're not just like going through their days. They are joyful, they're confident, and they're engaged. They're present in their life. They're feeling their life, right? And then here's the kicker. They do all of this while enjoying the greatest relationships and health of any person, any people on the planet. So by definition, high performers have it all. And it's not a mystery of how you can have it all. So write this down. All right. There is a quote that many of you might have heard, and it goes like this: your income and influence rarely will rise higher than your level of self-mastery. Now, you might agree or disagree with this, but generally speaking, I'll say it again, your income and your influence will rarely rise higher than your level of self-mastery. So let's talk about self-mastery, and I want to help you be the highest version of yourself. I'm going to give you the key to self-mastery. It's one word, and it's called alignment. So I'm not going to pretend to do a car analogy because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I guess we bring our cars in to get alignment, several times a year, right? You make sure the car is running well, right? The key to self-mastery is alignment. So we're going to go through, what the heck are we aligning to? What does that even mean? So let's walk through. There's kind of 4 pillars of alignment. But here's where we're going. In order to have more, you don't need to do more. Isn't that good news? In order to have more, you don't need to do more. So what do we need more of? We need you to be more aligned. In order to have more, you don't need to do more. You need to be more aligned. So this makes perfect sense. How do the most productive people on the planet get so much done if they're sleeping the most, if they're exercising the most, if they're enjoying the greatest relationships? So the secret sauce here is alignment. So alignment is when your being and your doing are aligned. When your being and your doing are aligned, you will be unstoppable. It's inevitable. You will reach what people call flow state. Things will be easy, fun. You'll be like pulled by your mission instead of trying to push your way to the top. That's how high performers experience so much joy. They're not pushing, they're not proving, they're not all these things that are heavy. So here we're going to go. The first thing you're going to align to is your identity of your highest self. Take some time tonight, tomorrow, if you need some time, but I want you to think of what are the 3 words that would describe you being your highest self. In other words, your wisest self, your truest self, your most actualized self. What are some of the words that would describe you in that state? Put some in the chat if you can share. One of mine, I'll give you an example. One of mine is fit. And I know for me, that doesn't just mean physical fitness. It means spiritual fitness, emotional fitness, mental fitness. Okay. So I know what that means. So it's going to be really hard for me to kind of dig myself if I am consistently behaving in ways that are unfit. Does that make sense? And it's almost inevitable that I will find happiness if I behave in line with my values. If I behave in line with what a fit Erin would do, I have a chance of confidence. I have a chance of liking myself. I have a chance of self-esteem. And ultimately, this is the recipe for happiness. It's very, very simple. The happy life is the life where you are aligned. It works 100% of the time because you'll realize that happiness is this identity that's not based on circumstances. So I could be crying this morning, but I'm still happy. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can still like Erin. I can still say, but I was the Erin I valued being today, even though these things went sideways, even though my children had temper tantrums all morning. I was the parent I value being. Do you see? And so when your head hits the pillow at night, you can say, you know what? Not a super perfect, wonderful day, but I was the person I valued being. I was in alignment. Okay, so let's say one of your values, James, we'll go with his, caring. Now, if he goes and behaves in a caring way, that's in alignment. It sounds very simple. But if you want to be patient, for example, how does one become patient? You practice patience. You be that person now. I have this saying, be her now, be him now. If I want to be, yes, empathic, then I'm going to practice empathy. If I want to be good at tennis, I'm going to practice tennis. So whatever word you have, that is your North Star, so to speak, of, oh, what would I be doing if I was being that person? And you be her now and you be him now. So that's the first thing we're aligning to. That's our highest self. And I would venture to say your highest self 99.9% of the time knows the answers, knows what to do. You just need to consult your higher self. It's almost like he or she is sitting right next to you and you're like, all right, I know we haven't talked for a while, but what would you have me order off the menu? Would you have me go to the gym today? How would you have me be when my husband comes home after a long day of work? What kind of parent would you have me be today? How would you show up on your Zoom meeting, right? Your higher self always knows the answers. We're just not consulting him or her. So you consult and then you listen. You take good directions from your higher self. I think that's so exciting. There's no guru outside of you. Your higher self is your higher power as well. For many of us, it's our higher power. It knows the way. Okay, so the second thing we're lining up to is our purpose on the planet. Another word for this could be our mission. Another word could be our vision. Now, if you're like, I don't know my purpose on the planet, Dr. Erin, I don't know, like I would give you lots of money if you could help me figure that out. I'm going to give you 3 pillars to find your purpose on the planet, and you're going to know for the rest of your life. It's very simple. The first is usually a combination of these 3. The first is your gifts. Now, I want you to think about, let's take Hope for an example. I want Hope to think about what have people told her she's great at her whole entire life? Since you were a little girl, teenager, a young adult, there's some thread of like, you're so something. That is Hope's gift. It's not a skill she learned. It's like a gift. So your purpose on the planet has to do with your gifts. And then I want you to ask this second question. What breaks my heart? Put another way, what agitates me? Agitation is motivation, okay? For some of us on this Zoom call, what agitates us or breaks our heart is cruelty to animals. For others on the call, it's not that. It's something else entirely. Maybe it's poverty. For me, it's people that don't feel worthy. So not enoughness. That's why my mission is to set the captives free. It's free from unworthiness, lack of confidence, perfectionism, all those kind of things. So ask yourself, like, what breaks your heart? That is usually a direct pathway to show you like what you're here to help solve, because the problem that breaks your heart is usually where you're meant to lead in terms of the solution. And third, you can ask, on the flip side, what brings you immense joy? That could be your purpose on the planet. So the thing I get, what I hear everywhere is your energy, Dr. Erin, your energy, right? Well, I have found a way to use my energy and my gifts through coaching and speaking, etc., right? So that's your purpose on the planet. It's not your job, it's not your occupation, it's a mission. Maybe your purpose on the planet is to leave a legacy of joy because your family hasn't known a legacy of joy. You know? Okay, so we're aligning to our higher self, we're aligning to our purpose on the planet. We're going to align our behaviors to our values. So if one of Lori's words is patient, if she is being patient, she will be aligned and she will be happy. If one of your values is to be consistent and you are not being consistent, it's just too heavy of a lift to ask that you would feel good about that. You need to go and behave your way to different thinking about yourself. You go and be consistent, and then you will be consistent and you will feel consistent and you'll be aligned. Okay. Peaceful. Dr. Ivanka gets to practice being peaceful. She's going to practice that if she hasn't already. She's going to practice that to get good at that. What does being peaceful look like? What are you doing? How are you experiencing your environment, etc.? Peace doesn't just come to people. You create the value you want to be. Okay, so the third was your behaviors are going to line up with your values. So if I want to be fit, then I have to do what fit people do. I wish that was not my word. It would be a lot easier, okay? But you're going to line up your behaviors. And then the last, you're going to align to your goals. Now look at your goals are different than your mission. My mission on the planet is to set the captives free. My goal is to be a diamond in the next 3 months in LiveGood, right? So you see your goals are different than your mission. I can move my mission forward when I'm at the grocery store. I can move my mission forward with my children. I can set the captives free in lots of different areas. But so now I'm going to align to my goals. Well, if I want to be a diamond in the next 3 months, what does that mean I have to be doing? So we're in alignment. Okay. I'm going to go over these very quickly. There are 3 ways that we need you to protect your purpose. It's like you've got this gift, you need to protect it. Okay. So your job is not to find it only, but to protect it. First, you have to define your own definition of success. I want you climbing your own Mount Everest. The saddest thing I can imagine is you do all that work and you climb a mountain only to realize it's not even your mountain. You're like, I don't even know why I climbed this mountain. No, I want Hope to get to the top of her mountain and Tina to get to the top of her mountain and Dr. Ivanka. And I want to be up on the top and be like, hey, Barbie, hey, Barbie, hey, Barbie. Like, hey, Tina, hey, Kelly. I want us all to be on the top of our own mountains. And you've got to personally define what that is for you. 2, I want you to manage your energy more than you manage your time. It's not about time management. It's about energy management. What is a withdrawal to your energy and what is a deposit? When you're with certain people, is it a deposit or a withdrawal? Do most things that give you a deposit in your energy. Do very little that withdraws. People that get more done usually because it actually gives them energy. It doesn't take my energy to build my mission. It gives me energy. Does that make sense? And it makes me appear insanely productive because I'm moving my mission forward out of joy. And last, I want you to protect your purpose by assembling your own personal board of directors. And this is what I mean by this. I want you to imagine, who would I put on my personal board of directors that I would run my decisions by, that I would run my ideas by, understanding that not everyone is a credible source of how well you're doing. If you have a family member that doesn't understand network marketing, they are not on your board of directors when you're talking about network marketing. Okay, these people on your personal board of directors, they're people I've never met. I got Jesus on mine. I got Oprah. I got my husband. I got my higher self. I got a friend. But you run your decisions by your personal board of directors, and you remind yourself not everyone is a credible source of how well I'm doing, because their own definition of success is radically different from mine. So alignment, protecting the alignment, and you will be unstoppable. I hope that blessed you. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. Doc, we're going to have to do this longer because you just killed that quick. There are people saying it's all good already. Matter of fact, they was like, I don't even think Dr. Breakthrough need to say anything. She